We need your help.
A simple swab is all you need to register on the National Stem Cell Database. You could be the one to save a life. Find the hero in you.
Welcome to the 2022 Grey Bruce Pride Parade. Before we start, I'd like to make a land acknowledgement. We want to acknowledge the territory of the Anishinaabe Nation, the people of the Three Fires known as Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations, and further give thanks to the Chippewas of Saugeen and the Chippewas of Nawash, known collectively as the Saugeen Ojibwe Nation, as the traditional keepers of this land. And thank you for joining us here in downtown Owen Sound. Well, I guess we should call it the River District, right, Rhonda?
We're in the River District.
I'm
oh
Sharon,
my gosh.
Yes, I'm Sharon Skelly, and this is Rhonda Brown. And this is the, well, it is supposed to be the the fifth annual Pride Parade. We started this tradition in 2018 with Ryan Brown. He was 16 years old when he thought of the idea of having a pride parade. We did have, we had two parades, and then we had
COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so they didn't have the parade, but this year we're back, and we've got, actually the parade is quite vibrant, and the Grey Bruce Pride Committee has been working really, really hard for months to get this parade together. So what can we expect?
I know, and I think we've got a lot of people in the parade, but we've got an event afterwards as well, right?
That's
so
right.
If you're at home and you're watching, by all means, come on down. There are a lot of people down here, and it's bright and sunny and beautiful, and the costumes alone that we've seen so far are pretty spectacular. It's quite the event today.
Yeah, there's dogs wearing pants.
Yes.
We've seen dogs wearing pants. We see children dancing.
There are children dancing. There are people smiling, and it is about being inclusive and good to each other.
Yes, and Rachel Patterson, she is the chair of the Pride Parade Committee, and she's been working really, really hard at this. And the parade marshal, the story of the parade marshal is really interesting. I'll tell a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
The late Tiffany Kerr will be represented today by her mother, Tammy Byers. And Tiffany was one of the founding Gay Straight Alliance group members at West Hill, and that's now OSDSS. That's the new name for the high school here. And she went on later to get married to her partner that she met in university. And she moved out west to BC following their honeymoon, and they fell in love there. And that's where they fell in love. She unfortunately passed away from cancer and in June of 2018, and she was just short of her 26th birthday. But she was surrounded by her family and her friends, and when she passed away. But one of the themes here of Grey Bruce Pride is keeping visibility up for of fear and of safety. And that was what Tiffany was really all about, keeping up visibility from fear of your personal safety because of being gay. And she struggled with her mental health as she worked toward being authentic. And here we see her mother,
Tammy Byers.
Yeah, Tammy Byers. And she's representing Tiffany. So who do we have next? We have the Two-Spirit community.
Yes. Today marks what's commonly being known as Two-Spirit Pride Day. So we've got members of our local community as well as Karen Houle from Mawikadong's Building Gender Diverse Communities program. So that's pretty awesome. You'll notice that at the front, because we acknowledge that our Two-Spirit community are the first peoples of this land, and in an act of reconciliation are acknowledged first.
That's right. And when we talk about the gay community, we refer to them as 2S LGBTQIAP positive.
Which is a mouthful.
It is, but we have to learn and we have to refer to them the proper way.
And it embodies everyone. So this is why it's important. Wow,
Next we have OSDSS, the high school where our parade marshal Tiffany helped create the GSA. Beaver Crest Elementary School of Markdale's GSA, and Grey Bruce Pride. They are the folks who have planned today's parade. Community members and allies. I think
I don't know how far along we are.
we have Mayor Chris Peabody from Brockton. I don't know. Community members and allies. Northport Elementary School from Port Elgin.
Yes. Wow, look at this. Everybody's having a fantastic time.
That is how right. Oh no, that is
We don't have
Youth for Youth.
For youth, by youth. That's amazing. That's an awesome float. Great music, the costumes. We're gonna have the pride. I am not sure. I think maybe this might be Northport Elementary School from Port Elgin, perhaps.
It could be.
Yeah. Because we've got schools. We've also got the Keppel Sarawak Elementary School. Maybe that's where we're at. We've got. Okay, so we've got a large group here with lots of sparkles.
This is the Catholic
and
teachers. The local Catholic Elementary Teachers Association, and there's some of the teachers and administrators that fought hard to have the pride flags flown at their elementary and high schools this year alongside the board's equity plan. A special thank you to all for all you've done this year, as well as those not with us here today. You made your schools and the students and teachers a safer place. Oh, and there's Bruce Power. And Bruce Power is one of the sponsors of
major sponsor here today, yes.
Oh,
we've got the United Church here.
And United Church, I believe, is one of the sponsors.
Are they? We've got a list of sponsors right here. Yeah, we've got sponsors: Scenic Cycles, the Ontario Catholic Teachers Association, Top Performance, Holiday Inn, the Midwives of Grey Bruce, Photo Art, Rant.
Oh, and here's Grey Bruce Health Services.
Health Services, they're huge here today too.
And they've worked hard. They've worked hard the last couple of years during COVID, and they're always there to help our Pride community. And they offer mental health services.
Yes. Yeah, and amazing. I mean, they've had a rough couple of years, and we are just so happy that they took the time to come out and be part of our big Pride Day.
And they'll probably go back to work.
Yes.
And there's some more allies.
Allies in our community are so important. These are the people who step up, speak up when they see something that is not.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. We have to speak up.
We
and
have
you can
to be
say some
allies.
more sponsors there, Rhonda, while we have a little.
Yeah, we have Hal Wright Chevrolet Cadillac and GMC, the Grey Gallery, the Lutheran Church of Our Savior.
Oh, look at here,
the
East
Falls
Ridge.
Inn and Spa.
Oh, look at them. They've worked hard. Look at them. Look at the color there.
Wow. We've got dancing and music and flags and rainbows.
Oh, and look at the Grey Bruce Roller Derby. I've had them on Community Close-Up, and they are wonderful.
Yeah.
And they have some of the greatest names. Have you heard some? Oh, my gosh.
I haven't.
Go onto their Facebook page and see some of the names. They feature them on their birthdays, and the names of those ladies are wonderful. Oh, my goodness. I would not want to meet one of them, though, in the street.
No,
well, actually, if I was in trouble, I would. They are tough. They are tough.
You know what? This is great. They can't really do the Christmas parade or the Santa parade in the snow, so this is a great opportunity to get out there.
Oh.
So we also have the Falls Inn and Spa as sponsors, the Mortgage Center here in Owen Sound, the Grey Bruce Labor Council, and the Lucky Dog Motors and OSSTF.
Now, who is this? We have
Lucky Dog Motors. So they're a new used vehicle place, and they're very close to our offices.
They are.
in Rogers
And you can
here
buy
in
a
town.
car, used car indoors.
Yeah.
Now, this must be the high school. Is this the high
See
school?
a wolf there. Is
Yeah,
that,
it must be OSSDF.
Yes, it is.
It is. Owen Sound
OSDSS.
Secondary, Owen Sound
Secondary
District Secondary School, OSSDF.
Yeah.
I knew that because I had students living with me from Germany and from Japan, and they went to OSSDF.
Wow, what a great opportunity.
Oh, it was. Look at these kids, and they are supporting each other and
Yes.
supporting the Pride community.
Got a huge turnout
Lucky
from
Dog. This looks like
OSDSS.
Lucky Dog.
Yes, it is. Lucky
And
Dog
next
Motors.
we have
There it
Owen
is.
Sound Pride Parade, and who is this?
Love the little vehicle for Lucky Dog.
I know.
Yeah.
This is
Pride Parade. Is this another
the
Happy
library.
Street Yoga.
Oh, Happy Street Yoga, right.
Happy Street Yoga.
Do you do yoga?
Not recently.
I
do
should.
try to stretch.
Yeah. And this is the library. The library supports
Oh.
everybody.
Yes.
And reading.
we've got Sharon and Nadia.
Oh. And I mean, how can we teach our children about Pride? Books.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We were talking about that.
That's right.
Reading books, opening up worlds to our kids.
That's
and
right.
Inclusivity.
Yes, that's right. And more allies, more
Lots of
allies.
allies. This is amazing.
And
There's bubbles floating. Everybody's cheering. Wow.
and we have some donors there.
We have special donors. We have donors, Slabtown Dispensary from Saugeen First Nations. We have Moonfire Dispensary. They are donors to the cause. We have Shy Wolf Candles, and they've been donating $10 from each sale of their Pride Rainbow Fruity Pebbles scented candle, and they've donated over $2,000 so far
Wow.
this month. Yeah, that's a lot of candles.
That is.
And the wonderful Sugar Dust Bakery.
Oh.
The girls down there, my goodness, they are very dear to my heart.
Oh, to a
Okay?
lot of people's hearts.
Yes, yeah. They're contributing proceed portions from their month's Pride Rainbow Cupcakes.
Oh.
So if you haven't had a Pride Rainbow Cupcake, you don't know what you're missing.
I think we'll go and get some cupcakes. If not today, we'll go and get some cupcakes on the next open day.
Yeah.
Well, who's coming next?
That would be awesome. Oh, we've got some dinosaurs.
Oh, dinosaurs.
And a shark. And we've got,
Oh,
I don't know, what's that big purple guy's name? Is that Barney?
Barney?
I think that might be Barney. We've got a
And-
T-Rex. Wow.
baby shark.
Baby shark. Oh,
Wow.
don't get me started on that song.
Well, you know, if you have little kids around, you love baby shark.
You sure do. ETFO.
The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario.
There we go. And we have more allies, I think.
Yes, and the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation.
Yes.
And they offer safe spaces for our students and lots of counseling. They're there for our students when they need them.
Yeah.
And Mix 106.
Mix 106.
And
What a great day.
I have never seen a car like that on the road.
I can't say that I have, although,
that-
you know,
it
with the
looks like
price
a
of
smart
gas.
car.
It does. And
It
with the
does
price
look-
of gas, I would be up
I
for
think
that.
even that car would cost too much to drive. Now, who is up next? Oh, another dog.
You know, I think they're going to be so pleased with the turnout
I
today.
do too,
has
and
been
this parade
incredible.
has been great.
Yeah, yeah. It's awfully nice to see people come together for something happy, positive, inclusive. I think it's very indicative of our community.
Oh,
And there we've got the dog with the
oh,
pants.
there's the pants that we love
Yes.
so much. Oh, I love those pants.
And he's got a top hat on for the
a
my
pride
goodness.
hat.
Yeah.
You know, I think Ryan would be really proud of this parade. And
Yeah.
Prime Minister Trudeau would be too, because he was proud of Ryan for hosting the first parade. And you know, Prime Minister Trudeau is very supportive of the Pride community. And he took some flack recently for using the proper acronyms.
Did he?
Yes. He was using the proper acronyms, and he took some flack in the media.
So, and there are people wonder, why do we have to have a parade? Why do we have to,
Yeah.
put this out in the community? I've heard questions like that. And that exactly is why
Yes.
we need to do this.
Yes.
To make it more mainstream, more acceptable. If our own Prime Minister gets hassled about using the proper terminology,
Yes.
what the heck does that say about our community?
That's
Yes.
right. He was showing strong leadership by using the proper terminology. Is there another? I think that's the end. It ended on the dog with the pants.
Dog with the pants.
What a proper ending to that. The great dog with the pants. Well, that was a great parade, and you know, that's not the end of today's celebrations.
It is not.
There is going to be a lot of stuff down at
Right by the library.
right by the library. They're having dunk tank refreshments. They're having
That's at the market.
yeah, and they're having what do you call those? Oh my gosh, food trucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Food, drinks, entertainment. What more can you ask
Yes,
for?
and there's going to be a drag show tonight at
Yes,
Hartwood
at
Hall.
Hartwood Hall.
and followed by a dance, pride dance.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know,
there
it's
you
a
should go.
it's a great weekend. I've got the outfit.
Yeah,
You know. Yeah.
So there's
It would be
lots of
fun.
stuff going on to celebrate Pride this weekend. And, you know, if you're not interested in doing that, just go home and remember that it's Pride weekend, but it's still Pride month.
It's Pride Month. Yeah.
And it's, we should be remembering Pride year round and being respectful
Yeah.
of people, sexuality. And you said something before the show, before we went on air. It's not a big deal.
It doesn't have to be a big deal. Yeah. And I mean, to just have respect for one another, that's what it all boils down to.
Yes.
So, and to some kindness. So
That's right.
I think that, I think we're moving in the right direction.
Yes, we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We have a lot of work to do, but the Grey Bruce Pride Committee has a website. They've got a Facebook page, Instagram. I don't know if they're on TikTok, but they've got a Twitter page, and they've got lots of information there. They're available year-round for people.
Yeah.
There are some people still struggling. And, you know, for reasons, everybody has their own individual reason. Maybe they are struggling just, you know, for themselves, but because of family or friends, they just don't want to disclose. But you can always contact the people at Grey Bruce Pride
Yes.
and talk to them. They
And
can
if you-
refer you to mental health, and you can talk to a counselor. But don't feel alone. There's people that you can talk to, professionals.
That's
and if your friends and family are not, if you're not comfortable talking to them.
If you're not getting that support there are places where you can go to get support. And if you don't know the number to Pride, 211.
That's right.
It's the easiest number. Just
That's
call
right.
211. You can get the information of where you need to get. Yeah.
And there's the Kids Help Phone. They've got tons of resources there. And there's Wes Online. They've got
Yeah.
online support for young people up to 22? It's,
I'm not sure what the
there's an
age,
age
there'll
limit
be a-
for Wes Online, but certainly they will help you if you want to talk to someone, and it can all be done online.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to in person.
Yeah.
So
Which can be intimidating. When
It
your
can
first
be.
step can be intimidating. So, you know, if it's just a phone call that you reach out and make that step. Yeah.
And for people like us, our age group, well, you're younger than me, but don't say, "Oh, I can't." Make the effort to, as I said, learn the acronyms, learn the language, because it is offensive to people in the Pride community if you don't learn the language.
Yeah.
Make an effort. You might make
Yes.
mistakes. You might make errors. If they're not done intentionally, that's okay. But if you keep saying, oh, I can't,
Yeah.
that means you don't want to.
Yeah.
Try. Make an effort to try and learn the language. There's a lot to learn. It changes, and it's frustrating because, there is a lot to learn. But start.
It's
Make an
worth
effort.
it. Yeah, it's worth it. If it was one of your loved ones, you would want people to make the effort.
That's right.
So just think about it like that. It's like when I'm driving down the road. If somebody in front of me does a wonky move, I always try to think, okay, what if that was my grandma or my grandpa? Would I be so upset about a silly little mistake? Probably not.
That's
so
right.
the same thing. If it was a member of your family, you'd want people to show respect and to be kind.
That's right. And there are people in our community that are, gay or transgender, and they simple things like they don't feel comfortable going out shopping. Shopping for groceries, shopping for clothing, and they need that help. So think of that too.
Yeah.
They need that support. So we really do. Although we feel we've come a long way, there are things that they need. There are. Before I came here, I went online to educate myself, and there's a lot, and even things like the rainbow flag. I didn't realize before I was asked to do this position with Rhonda, the rainbow flag changes a lot too, and it is not just for pride. It's an inclusive flag, and it's it means inclusivity. So it represents things like peace, the environment, people of color, all sorts of things. So educate yourself on the rainbow flag. And you might be surprised that it's not just for pride. It's for a lot of things.
Yeah, it's inclusive.
Yeah, and so they changed it again this year, and they put a chevron on the side, and all those little lines represent something, and there's a history to that flag, and if you go back, and people all have different streaming services, there's a story behind the flag too, and it all started with a counselor in San Francisco. Harvey Milk, and so if you ever want to learn the story behind that, it's a sad story, but that's the whole how we all got to the flag, and
it is sad stories that got us to the point of having Pride Day, Pride Month, Pride parades. So when people say, why do we have to do this? It's because we had those sad stories.
Yeah, and people have gone before us and made sacrifices to get us to where we are today.
Yeah.
So that is where we came up with the flag. So is there anything you want to add, Rhonda?
I think that we're pretty lucky that we live in a community that had a fabulous parade, and I'd love to give a shout out to Ryan Brown. I spoke with him briefly on social media, just reached out to him to say, we'll be thinking of you today, and truly appreciate the people who are willing to go the distance, do the work, and put it out there.
This
has been a great day.
And we were talking about the flag. We raised the Pride flag here about a couple weeks ago.
Beginning of June.
Yeah, and that's a big accomplishment because we weren't allowed to raise the flag. There was a lot of controversy about raising the flag, and it wasn't just Pride flag, although I think there's questions about that, but they said that we didn't fly flags of interest groups.
Yes.
So the police raised the flag, the Pride flag, for a long time. It was the police that had the flag here. It wasn't until recently we had the Pride flag in front of City Hall.
Yeah.
So, yes, even in Owen Sound there's controversy about Pride flags.
Yep. Yep.
So, having this flag in front of City Hall is a big thing, although our police stepped up and had the flag here.
And helped make it happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
it takes everybody. It takes all of us as a community I think when everybody, realizes that we all need to work together on these things, and look at this, we've got teachers unions, we've got the federal, sorry if that's the wrong word, but schools, churches, businesses, local businesses, our politicians, our police departments, we're all coming together, and this is what's going to give us an inclusive, welcoming community for our kids. And like we were saying, if it was one of my children who identified as any one of the things of the list of things, I would be nervous for them in this world.
Well,
but
yes,
yeah.
I read yesterday that there is I will not say, a diocese in Ontario where the priests will not go into to the schools, and that's their responsibility. They will not go into schools that have pride flags.
Wow.
Yeah, it's in our province. So,
Yeah. So what does that do for a kid, who identifies as whatever they may want to identify as? It's how does that create an inclusive, welcoming feeling in their school?
it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's I would think that that is their position, but they're not following through. But then they can say it's that their doctrine says that but it doesn't say it. But so they have made the choice not to go into schools and I went through and tried to find comments, but there were none, so no one spoke up.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us here for Pride Parade 2022. We'll be here again next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. It may not be us, but it might be someone younger. But still, we will be back for Pride 2023. We hope you enjoyed our coverage. Yeah. And thank you, Rhonda, for being here too.
Thanks, Sharon.
And join us again, and hopefully the people will enjoy the festivities for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Bye for now, and join us for everything else here on Rogers TV. Bye.
Bye.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line. Email us or connect with us on social media. You're watching Rogers TV.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the